handed for some reason.
Because most people are right-handed. Which is funny because they didn't even do the Skyward Sword thing with the 1-to-1. So it really didn't matter at all. Oh shit, custom textures? High res?
Yeah, this is a 1080p widescreen 4K version of the game.
Oh fuck yeah.
You can get it for free, by the way. You can get this this whole pack in a self-contained emulator package from Enrico Magnifico.
Oh, neat. I mean, I'm sure I could figure out how to set up on my own.
Yeah, I mean, like he built the textures. Enrico Magnifico builds the textures, and then he throws it onto a standalone Dolphin emulator.
Are these an AI upscale or?
Some are upscaled, some are drawn by him.
Okay. I prefer that, honestly. The AI upscale's okay, but I prefer people.
I mean, he does AI upscale probably for stuff like ground textures and stuff like that.
Yeah. But like art stuff, I would prefer people.
Oh, like look at the shield. That's hand drawn. That's.
I was looking at the door in the dungeon. I had the red circles on is what I was looking at. Stuff like that. Yeah.
And obviously Link's tunic.
Yeah.
Stuff like that's obviously hand drawn.
Looks really good. God, video game fans are the best people on the planet.
Worst humans ever.
Well, I guess that's the dichotomy of man, right? Some guy he'll spend 20 years of his life like reviving Ocarina of Time or like Twilight.
Oh, Jake, I have a.
Be like, I'm a Nazi.
I'm in a Discord. So here, and I need to like pause to actually tell you how many steps there is.
Nazi Discord is what he's trying to say.
Yeah, I'm a Nazi. Anyways, you can record that off of me. So yeah, and like splice that together with other audio clips to paint me in the most irredeemable light possible. Classic Twitch streamer moment.
Hell yeah, classic Destiny moment.
So I'm in a Discord that does like N64 texture packs, right, for emulation.
Yep.
So they did Ocarina of Time, and then they also used. So there's this guy on YouTube called Neryl who does like some game reviews, but he also basically did an entire Majora's Mask HD project, and they bundled those together on that Discord and you can find it on like emulation. On like I forget what site it was, but you can find this. I'll link it to you if you want it. But they're basically packaged together as both Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask upscales, and Neryl basically gave them the people on this Discord permission to put it as a single package called Z64 upscale. And you can first of all you can hack. You need to hack the ROM to widescreen hack it, just to make the game look better, and then you can. So you widescreen hack the game and upscale the game into 1080, and then you can use the textures, and those first two aren't a requirement, but they make the textures look better, obviously. And then you load the textures onto this, and the version that I use, that they say is the most stable if you want to use Dolphin, because you have to use like an N64 emulator usually, and loading textures on N64 can be a bit of a pain.
Yeah.
But if you want to use Dolphin, which is what I'm most familiar with in emulation, they say the most stable version is not the Zelda Anniversary Edition GameCube disc. It's the Virtual Console WAD. So it's the N64 copy of the game in a .wad wrapper.
Yeah, because of the way that they emulate their games on the Wii's actual operating system.
Yeah, and so that's what I use. I use the Wii Virtual Console on Dolphin, and I have like HD upscaled, widescreen, all that for both Majora's Mask and Ocarina of Time.
As strange as that might seem, I can understand that. A lot of the virtual machine re-releases had a lot of changes to the games, honestly. Unexpected stuff like bug fixes and like just weird stuff you just wouldn't expect to have in like
they're currently trying to
emulation port or some shit.
They're currently trying to decompile the source code so they can, because one of the big things is you have to play the game in 20 FPS.
Yeah.
There is a 30 FPS hack that you can do.
It's probably fuck with shit in the engine and make things run weird.
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah, because it's one of those old games. Frame data is tied to frames.
Frame data is tied to like how the
Like-
game runs. Like
Like bombs will go off faster. Certain like the Deku Scrub, like the shopkeeper Deku Scrubs in Zelda 64.
Yeah, anything that
will
requires like timing, basically.
Yeah, so all that shit fucks up. But they're trying to decompile the game's source code as much as they can to try to get it to finally run at 30 FPS. They haven't figured it out yet, but they're trying to like run like a full decompile, so they can basically get the game to run as a decompile.
Hopefully. But,
Yeah, there's actually a lot of work going on in the background for Zelda modding.
Well, I mean, they just got to be careful about it, because if they actually get their hands on the source code, Nintendo could just be like, hee hee hee, you need to stop now.
Yeah.
You can't just use somebody's source code without their permission. Like, even if you decompile it, you can't just do that legally. It's not legal. Or depending on how well it's protected and if they still have protection on it, which I would imagine they would. Stuff doesn't really become public domain. So what is it? 48 years?
Something like that. But yeah, still, I love like dolphin modding because I grew up in N64 or not N64, Wii GameCube era.
Yeah, I did a lot of my emulation thing was I was always using Project 64 and XSNES. I was always playing SNES and N64 games on emulate, and that's what I would hack too. I would make Mario 64 hacks. I would make Super Mario World hacks.
Yeah, Project 64. Project 64 is the way you get the most faithful and probably in like one of the most stable versions of the games for like running textures and stuff.
In 2014 or 15, they added a net play option. You can actually play like Mario Party and Super Smash Bros. Like online over Project 64. It's really fucking cool.
Damn.
It's neat as fuck. Like Project 64 is fucking awesome.
Yeah, I love again, video game fans are the best. I love the emulation community.
Yeah, like if we wanted to, we could boot up Mario Party 2, play it.
And honestly, like, it's really funny. It's kind of strange to think that Vinny Vinesauce is like, I'm wearing this hoodie right now and I'm on camera with it. It's kind of crazy to think that he's like one of the linchpins of the emulation community.
I can see that.
The emulation community would crumble without him because he's the one who like.
I don't know if I'd say that, Jim.
I'm obviously being hyperbolic. I'm joking.
I was gonna say it existed way before him. It'd be fine.
No, it would literally collapse without him. He's the Walter White of emulation. Yeah, he's cooking all the emulators. He's like his corruption hardware like literally doesn't exist anywhere else. Like he has a literal physical.
Really cool.
Yeah, like he's like has like a one of a kind like hacked SNES where he can literally fuck with the pins to cause manual fucking corruptions.
Yeah.
Hey, that's the monkey that stole your lantern. Doesn't it look like she's beckoning you? Aren't you the popular one?
I used to cartridge tilt on my N64.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got like weird he's got weird corruption software that like forces fake cartridge tilts too on emulated software. Like he's got
cartridge tilting is actually one of the craziest thing I can think of, like, in terms of like software interacting with hardware. That's kind of nuts, actually.
Yeah, like he's like, I mean, I obviously was being hyperbolic, but I mean, he is an important person in the like in the emulation / corruption community because he's like one of the people who showcases all this shit.
He's literally like the only streamer with actual views. He's introduced a lot of people to it too.
Yeah, I mean, people always show up for his Sunday stream corruptions. Like it's like his big thing.
I got into emulation just back in the day from wanting to play Mario 64 on my computer, and then figuring it out when I was a kid, and then going from that into like making ROM hacks and stuff. Like I've watched the Mario 64 and Super Mario World ROM hacking communities grow from like being a BBS forum board to like a fucking actual community with like repositories and downloads and tools being made and shit. It's been a fascinating thing to watch happen over the past like 10, 15 years. This is really cool shit.
Oh yeah, and then I remember there was a point in time where Dolphin actually got like fucking rollback net play options for like Smash Melee players and shit.
Oh, dope. Yeah, emulators with net play, like, that's actually so fucking cool.
It's insane. Hey Sloan, how we doing?
Just kill that monkey.
Fat fucking monkey ass.
Hey yo.
Hey yo.
Hey yo. You guys caked up?
This guy caked up on a Thursday afternoon, double cheeked up.
Kind of fucking just throwing that shit about.
Oh, what's going on? Has there been a monkey fight? Oh no, we can't go any further. We
You
may
say
as well
that?
go back.
Are you allowed to say that? Jesus Christ.
Midno racist confirmed.
Oh my god. She can say it, right?
I mean, she is black. I don't know what's going on, but it seems like she wants to take you somewhere, so maybe you should just follow her. One of these days, I'm going to get banned from Twitch.tv.
That was pretty close right there.
And then
Who
I'll...
cares? Getting banned from Twitch is like a badge of honor.
Yeah, honestly. Because then I get to terrorize Susan afterwards on YouTube.
That's like getting banned from Twitter, or getting like banned from entering Israel. It's like a win-win.
Oh, yeah. Right, this weirdo. It has breasts, why?
Oh,
Japan.
fat material inbound, boys. Print screen, print screen, print screen. Let's go.
Oh, hell yeah, Sloan, you got a Christmas bonus. Good shit, man. Phew, out at last. Gracious. Once I got in there, I couldn't squeeze back out. You were a big help. Thanks. I've been looking for something in here, you see? Gracious, yes. You must need something here, too. Shall we try working together for a while, fellow adventurer? You may not think I look like much, but I can be quite helpful. I can even warp you out of here if you want to leave. So don't think of me as a burden. Now let's get started. You met Oko. If you call her in a dungeon, she will let you out and allow you to return when you want.
Forgot
Okay.
about that thing.
Yeah, I mean, there's a whole dungeon full of, it's like, I think it's like the fucking 7th dungeon.
The Sky Temple?
Yeah, Temple of Time.
Yeah.
Play Elden Ring for 13 hours a day and suddenly you're in court losing custody because you ignored your child for a couple of days.
Dun, dun.
Shut the fuck up in there. I don't care that you're hungry. Your Honor, my client wasn't playing Elden Ring all day. 13 hours is not 24 hours, and you know what the judge said? He's right. Send the woman to jail forever. Send the woman to jail forever.
The judge was like, I'd like to call the jury's attention to the main menu theme of Elden Ring. See how you're members of the jury.
How am I supposed to hear the kid? How the hell am I supposed to hear that little bastard?
The defense's closing remarks. I know who you are, but what am I?
Yeah.
And then they win.
The defense's closing remarks. No, you.
My client only played for 13 hours. There's 24 hours in a day, so it was not all day, Your Honor, which the other side was saying it was. So my client is not guilty, and the judge is like, you know, he's right. The math doesn't add up. The woman's lying. Send her to jail forever because lying is a crime.
You literally said all day. That's what you said. You said all day. It wasn't all day. Like, it just turns into like really semantic.
Lock the kid up in prison too for lying as well. Lock them both up in jail.
Kids going to kid prison. The kid's going to kid prison. Let's fucking go.
Forever. He'll only know prison. Lock up. You're free to game, sir. Thank you, Your Honor.
You're a child? Yeah, you're guys like, don't misgender me. Your kid's going to jail. Finally, I can play Elden Ring in peace.
Good. Finally do so. Maybe I can finally get in more than 13 hours of gaming a day. Jesus Christ.
I was playing Black Mesa, but all this talk about Elden Ring?
I know. I just downloaded the update and I'm turning it on right now.
What, Elden Ring?
Yeah. Just thinking about it. Now that it's fully patched and everything.
I gotta 100% the game now that it is fully patched. I gotta just fucking go hard on it. Because I have
play the seamless co-op mod.
At some point, yeah.
That'd be fun.
I'm currently streaming on twitch.tv/GFCat.
Television.
Twitch.television. Yeah, there was the big PvP update, Sloan.
Yes, Coliseums. You can queue for 2v2, 1v1, 3v3. You can do deathmatch, free-for-all, and then there's a mode with optional spirit summons as well. Pretty dope.
They have search and destroy and capture the flag and arms race, yeah.
Push the cart.
Yeah, I need healing.
You know, honestly, honestly though, a fucking Elden Ring. What'd you say? There was a mode you just said that I was like, that actually would be pretty fucking dope though.
Capture the flag.
That would be fun.
Oh,
Imagine
arms race. Arms race Elden Ring would actually be kind of fucking crazy. Killing someone and you get forced to use a different weapon. That'd be kind of fucking hilarious.
And you start out with Rivers of Blood, and then you upgrade to the beam sword, and then you upgrade again, and
the game ends when you kill somebody with the broken sword.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's got to be like how are stats gonna work?
I don't care. that's what everybody's 999 everywhere. Everybody starts max rank with 50,000 million health points. It takes a while.
What if you level up or you kill somebody and then you get the fucking...
Not my problem.
Archmage staff that requires 60 intelligence.
Not my problem. Deal with it yourself.
Then you beat them to death with it.
It's probably harder than a broken sword.
I'm ignoring my son while he's dying. You think I care about your problems over there? I don't even care about my own kid.
Listen, my son is dead, and I killed him, but that's besides the point.
It's not my fault. I did nothing wrong.
Your Honor, I was going poop balls mode.
Your Honor, why don't you list the part where a crime was committed? Go ahead. You can't. I'll be waiting a while.
The future liberals want.
Yeah, no, I think just I might do that. I took the final week of December off, so I'll probably just fucking binge the shit out of Elden Ring.
Why don't you go look for the fucking crime that was committed?
And I'll get 100% progress like I do on all of my games.
Why don't you go find the part where there was a crime? You piece of shit.
You piece of human.
You just call the judge a piece of shit right in court?
Yeah, you white
fucking piece of shit. I hate you.
You white.
The judge is like not caring at all and like doesn't like take this to heart at all. He doesn't even care.
The prosecution attorney's like objection, and then the judge is like he's like withdraw your objection. It's fair. It's fair. He's fair blow. He's fine.
No crime is being committed here.
He can call me a piece of shit if he wants. He's right.
You white, fat, lazy, milquetoast piece of human garbage.
Man, fuck you. Your Honor, I hope you fucking die.
Your Honor, why don't you shut the fuck up? Your Honor, have you ever tried shutting your goddamn mouth for a minute? I hate you.
I'm gonna tell you how this is gonna go, okay?
I fucking hate you, you piece of shit. If it wasn't for this court right now, I'd kill you.
Whoa.
Is that a crime to threaten murder?
Yes.
Yes, but I'll let it go this time. As long as you promise to stop.
Oh my God.
Stop what? being right, you fucking
being
piece
based.
of trash. Fuck. I don't care about custody. I'm gonna prove a point.
I'm gonna play some fucking Elden Ring, even if I have to kill my fucking son.
I'll play it. I'm gonna. My client requests to play Elden Ring in the court to prove to you that he's not in the wrong.
You guys played the new Dark Tide?
Yeah, we played the new Dark Tide update.
How is it?
It's
good.
I haven't found a really good power maul for my Ogren in the store, but John says he really likes the maul on
Yeah, I did see. Oh, so it's
Zelda.
actually good now?
Yeah.
Hog.
Oh no, not the hammer, it's the maul.
Well,
The maul is better than the maul is the hammer, but it's better.
the maul is what the hammer should have been.
But yeah. So you basically have an Ogren tier crowd bully shove,
Yeah.
and it's like, why would I use the other one? That's what I want in a slow heavy weapon. Single target damage. That's what I'd love.
Are you talking about the two-handed one for Zelda or the one-handed one?
I'm talking about the two-handed Thunder Hammer. The Maul has both not Eviscerator tier damage or even Thunder Hammer tier damage, but it's good enough.
Well, the maul. There's a two-handed maul for the Zealot and a one-handed.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what John's talking about. He's talking about the two-handed maul that just came out.
It's got a charge attack that it doesn't do as much damage as the Thunder Hammer or the Eviscerator, but it's got enough crowd control to bully even the Ogren enemies. Like all of it. You can basically bully every tier of regular enemy.
Oh, nice.
So, Rager runs up to you. All you gotta do is swing at him, and the dude gets sent down, like, literally on the ground and has to slowly get up, and that's when they die. Plus, any regular bitch enemies that are in the crowd with, like, a Rager or a Crusher literally can't get up and fight back at you.
Hell yeah. I'll have to play sometime soon.
Yeah, we'll have to do some for sure. It's always fun doing 4 stacks.
Yeah.
Do it
And they had a
maybe
private match.
tonight or tomorrow.
I mean, I'll be on all night. I ain't got shit to do. I don't work today, so.
Monkey.
Do you think the chances are we can get Jeremy Albertson on the stream?
Actually, very high.
Very, very high, yeah.
Very high.
Actually, I think you'll find it's a. Let me check. Let me check my. Let me check my my data sheet here real quick. I think that chance is very high.
What he said.
Jerma's little fucking mouth noises are so fucking insane. You know what I'm talking about? Like when you go to the cafe and then the and the waiter's like, sorry, sir, I'm so sorry. You know what I'm talking about? No, Jerma, I don't. You sound like an insane person.
But he's just like, oh yeah, when the cashier's going to go. It's like, what are you talking about, bro?
Yeah, what do you fucking mean, bro? What are you talking about? You sound insane.
I love Jeremy so much.
Yeah, I fucking love him. You sound like an insane person. Which he is.
And like Vinny and Joel are the only streamers I actually watch.
Yeah, I watch him, I watch Vinny, and I watch Obo Shoes Gaming, who literally just exists to gaslight his audience.
Well, you don't cream your pants watching the latest fucking Hassan stream. You don't cream yourself.
No,
You don't-
I don't
you
actually
don't-
watch this on streams. I just watch the agitprop.
You don't fucking coom watching XQC.
I don't watch their streams because 90%
Neither do I.
boring. They're boring as fuck.
I've never watched. I've never
Yeah,
watched.
fucking terrible.
I've never watched a Hassan stream in my entire life.
Like, I'll watch the agitprop cut on YouTube, but like 90% of the stream is boring as fuck. I don't want to watch Hassan just like complain about being rich and or like
He's
It's
struggling,
bitch.
man. He's struggling. He's struggling hard. It's hard being rich and living in a mansion.
like I like Hassan enough. I think he's doing a good thing. I just like he just like radiates like fucking West Coast like elite fucking like higher than you, like better than you fucking energy. Like he looks like and feels like a fucking slime ball, dude. He looks like a fucking millionaire. He acts like a fucking millionaire.
Yeah, he is. He
Treats
doesn't
women
believe
like
in
a fucking
anything he
millionaire.
says.
Like I mean, I don't know what else to think about him. Like, I'm glad he's talking about the shit that's on my side, but he's not my guy. Like,
Yeah, he's not. He's not your guy. Yeah, at all.
Like, I'm glad he's spreading my message, but he's not my guy. Like, I don't have like a super big problem with him. It's just like, personally, for me, I don't think I'd get along with him. I find him to be a little disingenuous.
Oh, he's incredibly
100%.
disingenuous. I do like when he went on Tucker though. Remember that time he went on Tucker?
Mm-hmm.
I love that fucking edit. That edit is so clean.
The show is funny as fuck. Like, I'm not saying like Hassan's not funny. I think he's funny. I watch his videos. It's just, you know, I just don't like do I think he's the greatest representation of like left-wing ideology?
Oh no, he's a terrible representation. He's a terrible representation of leftism.
Like, I'm glad he's saying that, and I'm glad he's talking the talk, and he's got a big megaphone. It's just like, does he really represent it? I don't.
No.
Like, I don't really feel like he does.
No, I mean, and that's the thing is, I guess it's like, you know, I appreciate that he's at least on our side, quote unquote.
Yeah. He's also a genocide denier, and he picks the opposite opinion of whatever the current opinion is.
Yeah.
What
So I'd say
genocide?
10.
Wait, what?
He denied the Armenian genocide.
What?
Yeah.
No fucking way. That's crazy.
I can look this up. I swear I saw this. Let me look this up.
That's crazy. Yeah, I just need. I'm not saying you're a liar. I just need to see that shit. That's fucking nuts. Because that's like, how the fuck could you say that as somebody? That's nuts.
I mean, if he's Turkish, it'd make perfect sense.
I guess, but like, even if you're Turkish and you claim to be, you know, like, I need to learn more about the Armenian genocide, I suppose. I don't know a lot about it, so I shouldn't talk about it a lot. But it seems to me that the Armenian genocide is like a pretty commonly, if like, recognized genocide across like historians, right?
Oh, the Turkish government completely denies it ever happened.
Well, I know they do, but like, historically around the world, it's pretty recognized, right?
Video
Yeah.
isn't available anymore.
Yeah, we're talking about like 600,000 to 1.5 million Armenians. That's a lot of fucking people, dude.
No, I think I rescind it unless I look for it more.
Source? I made it the fuck up.
No, I'm actually sticking with. Yeah, I actually denied every genocide.
Actually, I'm doubling it down.
That's a pretty interesting argument, Senator. You got a source to back that up? My source is I made it the fuck up.
My point was, even if Hassan did deny it, and you brought it up, and the clip was gone or whatever, if you brought it up to him right now, there's no way he'd admit to denying the Armenian genocide.
Yo, yeah, I mean, he's got to save face, of course. Where the hell am I going here? It's been a while since I played this. Okay, I was already in here, and there's nothing else here. We already freed the monkey.
Oh, Jesus Christ, bro.
What's up?
It's just like 4K monkey ass in the screen whenever you open a door.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. There's just some hardcore monkey ass going on out here. Yeah, I can't go across that yet because I've got the fucking worm things. Unless I can do something about them, but I don't think I can.
Just don't walk to where they are on the...
I did find a clip of Hassan being like, "Come back to me when Vladimir Putin's massacring Ukrainian civilians, and then we'll talk." Ooh.
I mean, his takes on the Ukrainian war have been a little.
I mean, I just hate the guy in general and wish he would die. That's my opinion.
I mean, fair enough. I don't think I wish that upon a lot of people.
Yeah, I don't hate the guy. I just think he sucks and wish he would die.
The dude sucks off that 9/11 happened, then cries about like, "No, you can't hurt the heckin' Russiarinos." Shut the fuck up, you piece of shit.
I don't know why. For somebody who
You love Russia so much, let's take all your wealth, kick your teeth in, and deport you, you piece of shit.
Okay,
Fucking
bro.
piece of
Holy
shit.
shit.
I don't care.
I'm just saying, like, the dichotomy is interesting. Some of the shit that comes out of his mouth sounds like Russian propaganda.
Well,
It's
yeah.
Russian. It is
'Cause
literally.
it is.
If you
It's
go
like,
through
dude-
multiple people who say the same talking points, they all literally sound the same.
And it's just confusing to me, because it's like, how can somebody who's... Like, I get it, he's an Ameriboo, and he moved to America and he loves America or whatever the fuck. But, like, how can you look at a conflict like Russia versus Ukraine, something that's been going on for longer than America's even existed, and then be like,
Because he's getting paid.
yeah, like, it's just like, bro, like, how you gonna cut this in a way that it's like 100% America's making this happen, 100% like all
Bro,
of the
America
US
made
that's
me
not-
cross the border.
What the
Bro.
fuck? As if like America is just like, some people have this weird worldview that like America like puppet controls basically the rest of the entire world.
No, Jake,
the
you
UN
don't-
and NATO. It's
You
the
don't
weirdest
get
fucking
it. You
shit
don't
I've
get
ever
it.
in my life.
NATO forced Russia to invade Ukraine and destroy Kiev and kill hundreds of civilians unprovoked. NATO forced this to happen by Ukraine threatening to join NATO, which
Yeah,
Ukraine and then Ukraine joins NATO anyways because of the Russian threat. So it's like,
Like I just don't.
just way to fulfill the prophecy, boys. You were so afraid of Ukraine joining NATO that Ukraine decided to join NATO.
Well, if you look at any
would've wanted to
channel,
anyway. Like,
and I've looked at
everybody
quite
around
a
Russia
few
wants to join
channels.
NATO, dude.
Yeah, everyone hates the Russians. They're untrustworthy. They stab you in the back and they invade you and rape and pillage you. That's all they do.
Because, like, Vladimir Putin's doing the same shit the USSR was doing, bro.
Yeah, well,
Like,
Yeah, well, because he's a
throughout history, they're just a bunch of barbarians.
They'll
because
just
he's-
start like Russoizing the fucking area and injecting Russian people so that it becomes a quote unquote Russian.
Yeah, well,
area.
he's very not shy about basically being a let's go back to the USSR glory days guy. Like that's literally his whole thing. That's his shtick. That's what got him elected. Was we're gonna turn the Federation into USSR 2.0. That was his whole thing.
They-
Yeah, some
Yeah,
sort of
something about
hardcore
Russia just, like-
communist supporter taking another country's money to shill for them, right? Real principled man.
I mean, if we're really gonna talk, most hardcore, quote unquote hardcore communists have done that same
Yeah.
thing for all time. Like, unfortunately, like Marxist-Leninists have no fucking morals. They don't give a fuck about anybody.
Well, the reason why people like to shill for it too is because if it ever happened, they just want to shill themselves to the top of the pyramid.
Yeah, like people who it's just like it's a whole like extremism thing. Like being extremely on the left and being into like hardcore fucking like fundamentalist Marxist like communism. Like, bro, that's just retarded.
You should ask a single one of these people what they'll be after the communist revolution, and it's artist, a thinker, a leader of men. It's never.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
gonna
never-
work on the farm.
I'm gonna be the proletariat. Like,
Yeah. Well, and there's an inherent holier than thouism to people who have this belief. Because John and I knew someone who was like this, who was a self-professed communist, and they worked several prolet jobs, and they hated all of them and hated their coworkers, and were like, man, fuck these guys, fuck these people, fuck this stupid ass.
Yeah, they
You know,
just want to be
working man's
managers
job.
and make a lot of
Yeah.
money.
Yeah,
Grifting for communism is an easy way to trick poor people into
This
giving you money.
deluded idea that if communists happen, I'd become like a super cool artist or something. It's like, no, you wouldn't.
Yeah, there's this inherent belief that they're just
Communism
better.
existed, I'd be able to like sit around and draw pictures all day.
Yeah, there's this inherent
Right.
idea that they think they're better than people, and it's like, no, you're not. You're literally like, well, can you work? Do you have a skill? Do you have any way to actually contribute to the state? Because that's ultimately
Well,
what
like-
communism cares about. Like true, not like like true like Marxist Leninist thinking is like, if you can't contribute to the state, fuck off.
Well, I mean, not necessarily, right? The core principles of it are the abolishment of the concept of like private property. Like, you are not allowed to own private property. Everything is communally owned and used by the state. But like, who runs the state? The communists, bro. Like, that's the fucking problem.
Yeah, it's a self-defeating thing because
Like,
there's,
someone has to control the state. Like, you're either giving the collective power, like you're concentrating all your collective power into like one like institution, basically, and basically wanting the central government to like handle pretty much everything that you can feasibly. But like, I mean, the dangerous thing about Marxist, well, Leninists in particular, if you want to get into Marxist Leninists, is just that they're fucking unhinged. They'll do literally anything it takes to get communism in power, including like betraying the ideals of communism.
yeah,
like-
exactly, and then it's like, where to go from there. And the whole thing
They're
is that
fucking extremists that want to be in power. That's literally all it is.
and the whole thing about Marxist thing in the Communist Manifesto is that you'd have to basically create a confederated hegemony of workers, which would be insanely difficult to do, like, across such a large country.
Well, it just doesn't work that way, because when you
Yeah, it
start to
doesn't.
form organizations like that, like, corruption is inevitable. It's just not possible to keep a lid on something like that. And then you get a USSR situation where you get soldiers that roll in and like, oh, are you against the proletariat? You're against the workers? When you're a fucking farm worker or a factory worker, and they take you out back and shoot and steal all your food. Like, you know,
It's like what
like,
happened in Ukraine.
it's just what's gonna happen, bro? Like pure hardcore collectivism and it just doesn't work.
It doesn't. Because
Like it never will. I think the closest thing we've ever gotten to like a kind of guiding philosophy that's going to allow us to move our society forward without some kind of violent revolution is like social democracy.
Yep,
Like,
I agree. It's just like, it's...
if you
it's
believe
just-
in the power of democracy, that's really your only recourse at the moment to change things for the better.
And it's just crazy, though, because, like, again, it's just like... I don't know. There's nothing else to really say other than people who actually think like that are fucking insane people.
Well, they're terminally online, right? No real people
Yeah.
actually.
No, yeah, they're stuck on Twitter and they've never actually taken a real participation in government or economics course or anything that would actually provide them any sort of awareness as to how like IRL politics actually works.
I mean, most people don't know shit and just have feelings on things based on like, and that goes for me too. Like, it goes for everybody. Everybody just kind of like nobody in the real world is gonna sit down and have a conversation like we're having right now, like while you're at work, bro. Like, it's just like having a Twitter like a meltdown or a fucking conversation, or even like a politics Twitch stream where you're fucking like arguing back and forth about like politics or like.
I mean, the discussion we're having right now, where it's just like a bunch of
Real
dudes
life,
standing
bro.
around, just kind of like, sort of
I'm
like
not standing, I'm
armchair
sitting.
philosophizing. I've had these kinds of discussions at work of just like the three of us just kind of like chatting. I've had these
Well,
kinds
yeah,
of like
I mean,
political
like, I'm not gonna
discussions.
get into like a fucking. I'm not gonna try to debate the inner workings of like communism and socialism with like random people because they don't know what the fuck. they're talking
No,
about.
no, and that's
I don't.
not.
I've never met a single person in real life that's actually read any theory or like knows what the fuck communism or socialism actually is.
This whole fucking debate culture is just kind of
fair.
bullshit.
Like, to be fair, it's impossible because the definitions kind of change over time of what communism and socialism is and like what they represent nowadays as opposed to 1800. So it's obviously completely different, and it's difficult for people to like understand that if they're not tuned into the political sphere, which I don't blame people for not, because it's fucking exhausting.
No,
But it
yeah, that's
also
one of
makes
the
it
big
difficult
things.
to have the good conversations if people don't even have the same like framework to work with. So you have to start at like ground zero with like everybody.
It's a lot. Anyways, gotta read this dialogue.
There's a video game stream.
Yeah, this is a video game, and the fairy of winds who resides in this boomerang.
That's what happens when you're doing
I
that.
wasn't saying anything. Link was talking the whole time.
Yeah. You freed me from evil. Yeah, Link was just having a schizo political rant.
Yeah.
You freed me from evil, and I am
think
now
so.
back, and I have my true power back. Please take it with you. Use it to aid you in your quest, and may both my power and my blessing go with you.
No, I won't do that, lady, actually. I won't do that.
Actually, you can keep your boomerang. You can keep it.
I'm not a fucking Australian piece of shit like you.
It's like the Kratos turning around and like looking at the screen for a second. No.
No. But even the monkey should be satisfied. Now, Minda, you should stop saying that.
Oh, I found some schizo YouTuber called Synthetic Man, and he does the shittiest reviews on the planet.
So, without getting too far into it, because I'll start fucking foaming at the mouth. This dude had a fucking video called Elden Ring is not a masterpiece, where...
I've seen this guy's video, yeah. He made that video like a week after the game came out.
And the first 20 fucking minutes is him... Just fucking.
So you have seen
no, this is bait. This is not. He doesn't get. He's doing this for views, bro.
Yeah, the first 20 minutes of the video is just him complaining about builds. There's no actual criticisms of the game.
I watched.
The dude's also like
the video
a
I'm
massive...
thinking of. It literally came out like 2 or 3 days after the game.
Yeah, no, he rushed out. No, he made one review that was like 20 minutes long, and it's basically him like, I don't even know if he beat Godric yet or something, like criticizing the game. Yeah. And then he's like, maybe I should beat the game and make a video. And it's like, what a great idea! What a fantastic idea, good sir.
Who would have thought?
I mean, also the dude's like a massive fucking incel piece of shit. There's like
and then the next video is at 26 minutes in, I had to stop because he's still talking about build variety at the start of a review. Like, are we talking about like what? It's like, and it gets to the point where it's like power
build variety than any Souls game.
Yeah, it literally doesn't. It gets to the point where he's talking about, and you can like power stance, like pressing the attack button. It's like, I fucking know. What next are you gonna say? Analog stick forward to move? Jesus Christ!
He's like ranting. Like it's not even. Well, and there's no point. There's not even a criticism that's being levied. It's like he's literally just talking about builds. There's not even like I'm not even sure if
clearly there's a lot of build variety. You talked about it for like half an hour. Clearly there's a lot.
I mean, it was just Elden Ring came out. It was a smash hit. I don't know why people didn't expect it to be a smash hit. I thought it was gonna be fucking amazing.
And there's gotta be someone who's like gets the frowny NPC face.
Everybody's putting out like 15 billion like good videos of Elden Ring. This guy's like, you know what? I can put out the bad one, and I guarantee it's gonna get so many fucking views. One
of my favorite things though is when God of War Ragnarok came out, and he said he didn't like it because Kratos didn't beat his son.
That's it. That's in his review, but that's a review I listened to while I was on a snowblower today.
Pretty much unspoiled for both those games. I've seen the clips you see on TikTok and shit, right? But I haven't played through them. After watching some of the shit from Ragnarok, it makes me want to play both of them really bad. They look really.
Well, you can play the first one on PC. It's on sale, I think. Yeah. Anyways,
I don't have the money right now, but otherwise I would.
Yeah, I'm just really disappointed that Kratos hasn't hit his son.
That's a criticism that Kratos hasn't hardcore disciplined his kid with a brutal weapon.
Isn't that against the point of the whole fucking game?
Well, yeah, that's literally against the point. Kratos would never do that to start with either. He's in the first God of War games. He's literally devastated that he accidentally killed his family through being tricked by a god. He would literally never do that.
Kratos loves the whole thing is that Atreus is Kratos' second chance. He loves
the first
his son.
2018 God of War is literally him just trying to hide him and his kid from the fucking meddlings up above because he realizes that nothing good ever happens of it.
Yeah, I mean, it's supposed to be a redemption story, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, but you see, true based trad-pilled men will just fucking beat the shit out of their sons.
Oh, you're right.
I've heard the take that they ruined Kratos, which I just don't agree with.
Not true. Literally not true. Again, it's the whole thing of they didn't make him some emotionally unavailable fucking anger monster, and it's maybe having a male character be something more than just a literal fucking anger monster is something we can do. Maybe he can be nice.
Maybe it's a unique point of view for people that are my age or our age, I guess. I'm a little bit older than you guys, but growing up with God of War 1, 2, and 3 and being okay, Kratos, big angry, abandon your daughter quick time event, fuck women quick time event, cut all this kind of shit, right? Angry gamer game, poo poo pee pee game. That's basically it went from that to what I see now in God of War and God of War Ragnarok. pretty satisfying, like, character growth. I gotta say, like, that's kind of like me growing up as a person over that time and changing as a person, and like I can
Yeah, he's
appreciate
older and wiser.
I mean, and it's nice to, and it's not just nice to see like a very like typically strong.
I could see myself being Kratos from God of War 1, 2, and 3, and now I see myself as Kratos from God
I was
of War
just saying,
Ragnarok.
like,
You know
it's
what I mean?
nice to see. It's nice to see a traditionally masculine male character from a game, or just from anything, also be like kind and fair and like qualities that are like good to see in someone,
Yeah.
instead of just
you
being
know.
a fucking anger monster. Again, it's like there's more to him. Like Kratos is like, he loves his son and he wants to keep him safe, and he's trying to teach him about how the world works and the kind of danger he's in if he doesn't protect himself. And it's
I think
like
that part in particular is just affecting me a lot because I'm having a kid now, and like my mind has changed a lot. And when I see stuff like that, it actually does like affect me emotionally.
yeah,
you know.
because it's kind of a big fucking deal. You're trying to teach another human how to be human. It's something that's important, and seeing Kratos be emotionally available for Atreus in his own incredibly autistic way is important.
That's some powerful shit, dude.
Yeah, like Kratos has not shown love or tenderness to another living being in like several decades. So him finally having a son and like trying to autistically navigate his way through holding an interpersonal relationship it's funny and awkward, but it's also a big deal.
But it's also the reality of like, that's pretty real. That's most people, honestly. Most people struggle with that, especially like just men and relating to each other in general. I think have that like awkward dance.
And especially if you're a victim of violence in the way Kratos
Absolutely.
is. Like war.
If you come from a
inherently-
cycle of anger and abuse, like it's just really hard to break out of something like that.
War inherently makes you emotionally unavailable because you kind of have to be, because it's war.
Well,
you have to fight.
Committing atrocities that no human.
Name one atrocity committed during war. Oh wait.
Murder.
Okay, but it's not murder because they both have guns.
Rape.
Oh yeah, well, me and John have had this discussion. We've come to the conclusion that
War crimes don't exist.
Well,
mandatory training during the Russian army. That other one.
We've come to the conclusion that snipers don't actually ever commit murder because you can't. In order to be murder, it has to be premeditated, and if you're doing that much math, you no longer feel any malice.
Yeah.
You're doing that much math, it's just a calculation.
Yeah, it's just a calculation. When you kill someone as a sniper, you're like, I didn't kill him out of malice. I just killed him with math. I just did math.
What's just doing the math and like pro trigger?
I can't tell if that's more or less depressing than murdering somebody. I think it's more depressing.
I did math and then I killed him. But really it was just the math that killed him, not me.
I was mad when Kratos didn't beat his son in the game. I was like furious.
Why would anybody want to watch that? Why would anybody
want
to watch
that?
Well,
I have a question. Like, what happens in your childhood to make you think, like, yeah, no, let's do this?
See that. Wow.
Yeah, well, and also, like, that'd be incredibly harrowing to see. Like, who would want to see that? And,
as a victim of childhood abuse myself, I would find that.
Yeah, who'd want to see that? Who'd want to look at that and be like, oh yeah, I'd really love to see fucking this father who's ideally supposed to be undergoing some kind of character growth, just fucking completely traumatize his son. And we're supposed to still relate to this guy and play as him.
That's great, what the hell?
Like, that's the main thing, is one of the biggest things of a game, especially an adventure game that's very story heavy, is you have to make your fucking player like your character, and nothing would make your player more unlikable to your fucking character than making him a fucking domestic abuser.
What I don't understand...
Like, stop talking back to me then. BAM!
No,
BAM!
What I don't understand is, like, being angry and beating your son is not even based. Like, I don't understand why anybody would want to see that.
No, it's incredibly cringe.
Not even fucking crazy incel, like, red pill people would say that's based.
If you don't give a shit about spoilers, you should watch the review. It's even worse.
Like, they want you to beat your wife, not your fucking son. Like, even they wouldn't think that's based, so whoever the fuck says this is, I don't know.
Yeah, like, this guy's just some schizo. They fucking talk shit about him on /V all the time because, of course.
There's a really...
Schizo posting.
There's a really funny part where, like, in the first God of War, you kick out an enemy faction of an area in, like, another realm, and the whole time your son's like,
Well, I guess
these are the
there's
bad
some-
guys we're fighting, right? And Kratos corrects him by
Just hate
saying,
them, I'll see what you can
we
get.
don't understand this conflict. We don't understand who's good or evil, and both sides have qualms with each other. And then you go back there in the second game, and the other side's taken over, and they're not nice to you either. And it's like, but we helped them. And it's, you know, it's like that. So the guy says, I think this is an analogy for the Ukraine conflict and how they're not the good base saviors of the Western world in this. That's his take in the review. That's literally his take in the fucking review. It's like, it's very, like, unhinged and, like, emotionally charged.
Is anybody saying that Ukraine is the based savior of Western civilization?
Well, I know that a lot of conservatives say Russia is the base savior of Western civilization.
I know. Yeah,
That's really fucking funny, considering Russia wants to exterminate all people in the Western civilization.
It's like what a emotionally like charged statement too that you'd make in your game review.
Extremely like prerogative, like they're like, holy fuck, that's insane. I mean, based.
I mean, incredibly based, sure, for sure. I mean, extraordinarily based. Extraordinarily based.
I've been watching too much Destiny.
Based and Russo-pilled, might I add.
Yeah, I'm a state actor. What about it?
Oh, so they came back to the area and both sides, and the other side was good. This is an analogy for the Ukraine conflict and how they're not the saviors of the Western civilization. What the fuck?
This? Who is saying, like, first of all,
Also, the first game came out before the fucking Russia invaded Ukraine in 2022, you retard.
My dude was literally born in and trained by the fucking Kremlin.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like,
what a, like, weirdly, like, you just starts, it comes out of nowhere, it's not teased up, it's just blurted out, like some, like, autistic guy, like, saying, I know a lot about trains too, you know? I know a lot. I know a lot.
like, what the
war in a
actual
game
fuck?
must be Ukraine.
What the actual fuck? You know, also, I mean, maybe it's just about conflict in general and how meddling in other, like, factions' affairs and conflicts usually won't always get you rewarded by helping them. Maybe helping a faction win their war won't always yield a reward. Maybe that's what that means, and it's not really specific to any individual conflict, because that's just a thing to take home about conflict in general. No, it must be about Ukraine, right?
No, it's the heckin' Ukraine arenas and the Russia arenas going.
He's so upset that white people are being replaced that, like,
Yeah.
He's just so emotionally charged and afraid for his place that his place in the world is going to be taken away from him. That,
There's literally, like, the funny thing too is, again, it's like
anxiety.
They say, like, Russia's like the base savior of the Western world. First of all, highest AIDS rate in the world. Second of all, there's literally footage of fucking first of all, VDV hazing rituals in which they fuck each other as hazing, and also we also have footage of dudes moments
So
away
they're
from
relying on Asian minorities and fucking Muslim mercenaries to fight their base, saving the white race war. I mean,
we also have footage of them. We also have footage of soldiers literally sucking each other's cocks moments before being fucking blown up.
That's actually the best take I've heard of in a while, John.
Yeah, it's like they literally have ethnic minorities in their military. Like, fucking Ukraine's way more. If we're going on terms of whiteness and, like, base Nordicness, which Pole people are so hung up on, it's literally fucking Ukraine because they have a fucking
Ukraine is far more military. Yeah, they have a neo-Nazi. They have a fucking neo-Nazi. It's not even a paramilitary. It's a fucking standing branch of their army. Yeah, and they're far more homogenized as an ethno-state than Russia is.
To be fair, like, I know those people are fucking, you know, say what you will about those guys, they are fucking protecting that fucking country.
Well, so the way we put it is,
they're fascists against Russians because all Russians did to them was fuck them over nonstop. Of course they hate them.
Like, they may, like, even if they are neo-Nazis, like.
Well, so the way we've put it before here in this
like,
group,
oh, they like condemn them to, like, complete, like, damnation and death because they are giving their lives to.
No, Azov's full of brave people, literally standing to the last man, literally in Mario.
What we've said here is good on Azov for taking as many Russians with them as possible before dying. Fuck them for being Nazis, but also good job killing as many of them possible before dying. Good job. Like,
I mean, yeah, it's a difficult situation, but like,
I mean,
I'm never gonna like look at somebody that, like, I'm not like a military bootlicker, right? Obviously.
No, there's the way I see it is
like,
a bunch of bad
somebody's in
people took
active
out a bunch of
combat,
other bad people before
like,
dying.
if you're in active combat and you're defending your country from a foreign invader, like, they're not aggressors, right? It's not like they're invading Russia.
No, you do what it takes to kick them out. You do what it takes.
Yeah.
And no matter who they are, like, I might not agree with their ideas, and like, like, they might be racist, they might be Nazis, they might be like bad people.
I mean also,
but,
Azov was founded in 2014 after the annexation of Crimea. They literally became like uber fascist as a direct like sort of counterculture to Russia. They just hate Russia so much they're like, yeah, we're just Nazis because we hate Russia. Fuck them.
It's just like, well, are they even actually Nazis though? Do they actually?
I mean,
believe Nazis?
There's this weird thing in Eastern Europe where the culture of Nazism in Eastern Europe is totally different from the and this isn't excusing Nazism because it fucking sucks, but there's this culture of Nazism in Eastern Europe that's like totally different from how the West perceives it. Where in Eastern Europe, Nazism is basically seen as a counterculture to like Soviet bootlicking, like in Russia.
No, I mean, like, I'm saying, what do they actually believe?
Yeah, I don't know. Like,
doctrine? Or do
like,
they
I'm-
believe, like, what?
if you're
actually
asking
is
me what I actually like, if I actually know what Eastern European Nazism represents, I don't fucking know. All I know is that they hate Russians. That's the only thing I know about Eastern European Nazism. That's like the only.
I don't want
thing.
to talk like a lot. I mean, I'm just saying, I'm just saying that I respect the sacrifice of people that are like giving their lives to protect.
No, I respect it, but they're also
I'm not
declaring.
saying I
But they
support any kind of,
literally
like,
declare
extreme political
themselves.
ideology, right?
They declare themselves as Nazis, and that's the thing.
but well, I just want to read more on it before I.
Yeah, it's just it's not a good look, obviously.
Well, of course it's not a good look, but like, I'm not like a military bootlicker, but I will always like stand up for people's right to protect their country and their.
Oh no, I mean that's not.
Also,
that's not even-
Russia's mercenary organization Wagner Group, their soldiers are littered with fucking Nazi memorabilia patches on their uniforms.
Wagner Group is literally a Nazi paramilitary group. That's literally what they are. They're called Wagner Group. Come on. I mean, and that's not military bootlicking. To say that a self-defense army should defend its country is like
regardless of their political ideology, I think they deserve respect for it.
I mean, that's not a hot take. That is 100% not a hot take. That's a completely valid and justified take because it's true. Like, regardless of their political beliefs, they're part of the self-defense army and they are defending the country. Like, what else is there to say? They're doing their jobs.
I could never like look at somebody like that and be like, yeah, you're trash. You deserve to die. Like, even if they do believe some fucked up shit, even if they want to kill other people, like. But I'm just not the person that I don't like killing people or like I believe in like healing and redemption and like love and care for everybody. So like,
well, Russia will never get that.
Well, I believe the people in Russia.
They're a barbaric country that needs a real nasty bruise to learn their lesson.
I don't know. I refuse to believe that like the general populace of Russia.
In their current state, they just can't be negotiated with at all.
Well, maybe their government.
Yeah. Well, their government controls the.
I'm sure the people of Russia are fine. Like I don't even have a.
It's very divided there
the
right
Russian
now.
government, like
It's very divisive there.
I don't live in Russia. Like I don't know anything about Russian politics. I don't know any of this. Like I have no stake in any of this. Like I'm not gonna talk like I know anything about it. I'm sure it fucking sucks to live in Russia, bro. I'm sure it fucking sucks to live in China. Like that's why they're rising up right now.
Yeah, I was talking to John earlier about all the civil
Well,
unrest.
I remember when in 2014 when the Russian military and the separatists shot down that civilian airliner and took selfies in front of it. And honestly, ever since then, I've despised those people and think they should just be brutalized and learn to live in the rest of the civilized world.
You can have that opinion, but I will never like have some kind of
from that side of the story. I've seen nothing but awful things from them. I can't see them as anything. I can't see them as anything other than a bunch of barbarians.
I mean, you're perfectly justified in thinking that if that's the way you think. I mean, I just don't agree. That's all. Like, I would never go that far. And you can call me a coward if that's how you want to do about it. Like, I just don't believe.
I don't think you're a coward for it.
I just don't believe that like normal everyday people like me and you have anything to do with any of that. I'm sure like maybe some of them are horrible people, sure, right? Like there are like racist old people and like these things exist everywhere. Everybody's got like family members that are pieces of shit or like, but it's almost impossible for me to believe that just the general populace is like cool with what's going on. I'm sure they are beholden to their government in ways that we cannot understand, or they're just brainwashed that bad, and they don't deserve to die for that.
I think a lot of it has to do with their
they deserve
state...
compassion.
I think a lot of it has to do with just their state propaganda machine.
The Russian people have been some of the most fucked over people in all of human existence, okay? Like, they do not deserve condemnation for being a part of the country. They've been trapped there for so long. Under oppressive regime over oppressive regime. They probably don't even understand what real freedom feels like.
But I think the main thing is, like...
It's horrifyingly sad.
They only know what they know. We watched a documentary recently, within, like, the past few months, where we basically saw, like, people in, like, small villages, pretty much, like, they're forced to basically, like, celebrate like, Russian V-Day as, like, a fucking crazy-ass holiday where they have to basically pull all of their village resources, like, mandatorily into, like, parades and shit.
Yeah, it's just, like... It is impossible for me to believe that, like, even though those people might hold crazy beliefs and want the people in Ukraine dead, it's hard for me to just throw them by the wayside. They need help, and like, I don't think the Russian people deserve like that at all. They're just
you can help them after their military and government are crushed.
That's fine. If it gets bad enough, like the military doesn't have to keep supporting the government. They can just turn their guns on the government if the government goes crazy.
I'm genuinely shocked they haven't already. I can't fathom anyone willing to take that for much longer. In Vietnam, we had so many fucking officer fraggings over like minuscule shit.
Yeah, in Vietnam, fucking.
Well, Americans are also like.
Yeah, no.
A lot of the people that went to war in
Vietnam, if we put America in the same sort of situation Russia is in, it'd be a huge fucking.
But that's because our media is so much more like free and truthful.
America was a fucking liberal democracy for so fucking long that like just the core of what people believed that were in that war on the American side, I'm sure it was like, I don't know if Russians can even relate to that like feeling.
Yeah, I don't think they've had that level
like the whole officer fragging thing and like disobeying your officer and killing him for being a piece of shit. I don't know if I think that's like a uniquely American thing, maybe. I don't know, or like a uniquely like a post-democracy like freedom. I don't think people did that before. Really? Maybe they did. I don't know. Like, maybe not as much as Americans. I feel like that's like a thing. Like, I could be wrong. Maybe that's an American-centric point of view.
What time period are you stating before?
That could be like American exceptionalism coming through me there.
Well,
what type of time frame? Because records back then were very hard to keep. Like,
yeah, that's true.
It's very like obvious. It's very like people. Back then, like a lot of casualties in war were fucking illnesses. Like, oh, guy got sick, died.
Yeah, you can see that.
Like, yeah, guy was sick and died. Where's the body? I don't know.
Well, Vietnam in general was just a very unique storm because it was a war that really had little to no reason besides just coming to the aid of our French allies, even though they were already basically kicked out of the country. And then also there was just like the media storm around Vietnam once like journalists actually found out what was happening and started reporting back to the American people.
Yeah.
And just the general experience of like soldiers starting to realize that they weren't attacking enemy assets, they were just like attacking random villages.
People. Yeah, just like regular people.
That was like a perfectly.
I can imagine that's
storm.
probably like, fuck. I can't even imagine what that's like, man.
That's why there's been hundreds of thousands of works of art and literature about it because it's such a strangely unique war and how it was carried out. I mean, basically, the way I always describe Vietnam is we lost on a very extreme technicality of it being one of the most fucked up wars in human history.
I mean, there's no winners in any war, as far as I'm concerned.
Oh, of course. I mean, of course not. But I mean, also, logistically and technically speaking, there are winners in war.
Well,
like, of course. I mean, like philosophically and morally speaking, of course not. But I'm saying, like, But I'm saying, like, from a logistical and technical perspective, there were no winners in that war.
From a strategic standpoint, there definitely are winners.
Yeah, but there were no winners in that war, and that was just on an extreme technicality of that being just an extremely fucking bad war from the start. Like, we had no reason to be there. Nobody knew why we were there. There were no resources. The only thin justification we had was that they kicked the French out. We were allies with the French. I guess we gotta help the French, question mark? I don't know. I literally, you can't see me, but I threw my hands up. It's like...
Doesn't everybody hate the French?
I mean, yeah, but I mean, we gotta pretend to help them at least. All right. Anyways, I gotta fucking read this dialogue in the game. We've been sitting here for like 20 minutes.
Ton of Eurocucks.
So we got to this from Kratos not beating his son.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah,
we got to...
This is
incredibly 30-minute long politically charged conversation where we sit here and pretend to play Twilight Princess, but really we're just political posters.
Well, really, we're upset at other countries because Kratos wouldn't beat his son in a PlayStation 5 video game.
Yeah.
As long as you have that, you should be able to find where the captured monkeys are, right? Again, Midna, stop saying that.
I'm just really upset that I didn't get to watch actual child abuse on a video game.
I thought Kratos would activate Spartan Rage and beat the shit out of his son, maybe to the point of death, and I was surprised when it didn't happen.
I was hoping Kratos would actually maul his son,
I don't get. Some people are just really angry, I guess.
There's also some random YouTube channel with 5K subscribers responded to his review of the video, and the guy makes a video to respond to the guy's criticism, and it's some fucking nobody, and it's this dude's making a 20-minute Chris Chan style client Cash, you're fucking wrong about this. It's a fucking PlayStation 5 video game where you shimmy across the wall and have dialogue. Why are you wasting so much energy?
Look, I think if they just have something they want to say about something and
they're too they're either it's I don't know. You're upset about. I guess he's upset that.
He's upset about the Ukraine war. He's been reading a lot of propaganda.
He's also you may be upset about his childhood in some way. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, there's a whole mix of emotions there. This is a whole. That was not a video about a PlayStation.
Kratos was Kratos responding to his fathering in other ways other than threats of violence and abusive behavior is distressing to him.
No, that was not a.
Yeah, this is about something else entirely.
Video game.
Yeah,
that was a therapy session, bro.
It's.
Sloan says, I'm back, what's going on? Literally nothing happened in the game. Sloan, nothing happened in the game. We stopped the game for 30 minutes because we just started talking fucking politics. So don't feel bad. You missed nothing. You missed fucking nothing.
Much like how some guy getting shot by some Serb started World War I talked about how a guy in a review complained that Kratos doesn't beat his son, and that initiated the Ukraine-Russia war discussion.
Yeah, we started talking about fucking war. Well, I'm just saying, bro, I'm war maxing all day, every day. That's, again, that's something I need to stress. I'm doing a war every morning, noon, and night.
Here, you can... It's an hour long if you hate your sanity. It's genuinely it's a very interesting list.
The same guy who did the Elden Ring video.
Yes, it's the same guy.
That's what we were saying. Yeah, it's the same guy. Like I said, this guy's like a tremendous fucking incel.
Weird. He's just there's just something weird about it. It's funny that it's called synthetic man because he's trying to mimic some sort of human emotion in his videos.
Well, I think he's a. I think what I will say is I think his thing is definitely making popular video game everybody likes here is not a masterpiece. That's definitely his thing.
That's definitely his shtick.
Being a contrarian is definitely
some weird terminally online unhinged weirdo.
I'd have to sit and watch him. I don't know if I don't know enough about him to say if he's an incel or not, but I would like to watch some of his videos and see it.
Watch the God of War. It'll literally give you everything you need to know. Watch God of War Ragnarok.
But I want to play the game. That's the problem.
Well, I mean, he won't actually. But Jake, counterpoint. He's not actually going to say anything about the game.
Don't worry, he won't get into too many spoilers because he waters things down and complains about wokeism most of the time. This is probably the most spoiler-free review you could possibly find out.
Yeah, like I was gonna say, like you're not. What is he gonna spoil, really?
That Kratos doesn't beat his son, bro.
Yeah, Kratos doesn't beat the fuck out of his boy. he's upset that Kratos is out of the boy. It's great. I don't know.
It's just that.
It's definitely like. Also, the funniest thing for he made a Red Faction Guerrilla review. He's like, they're literally communists, and it's like, yeah, maybe. They're just sort of, maybe. Like, I don't think Red Faction ever really
goes into that.
It uses the imagery of like like a revolutionary, but it's like just called Red Faction because. Probably on fucking Mars.
Yeah, they're on like Mars. There's a couple of them, right? There's like
Mars. There's a couple Red Faction games. Yeah.
Yeah, and you're running around in like fucking tunnels in Mars and shit.
In the first one, you're miners rebelling because it's maybe let's see.
Oh wait! Are you saying the proletariat is rebelling? No, that's
later. The Red Faction later knows the Red Faction State was a political group and former militant organization that was found by Martian miners virtually enslaved. So it's a mining colony rising up against a very oppressive company, and it's.
That's communism, I guess.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
This sounds like I don't know, bro.
I guess that's communism.
I don't know, bro. This sounds like communism to me. What a fucking
no one states what it is, and I played Red Faction Guerrilla a long time ago, and there's never really any communist like terminology or wording or redistributing of the wealth. It's just like, let's kick out the guys that are literally like shoving guns down our throat and like
some people
not do that.
Like revolutionary imagery in general with like
it just borrows heavily from that like communist revolutionary imagery because it looks good it looks great for a game. It looks good when you're
aesthetic as fuck.
Yeah, it's a good aesthetic for your guerrilla game. It's a great aesthetic.
Yeah, it looks fucking cool.
Yeah, being a leftist online is cool.
Yeah.
Especially the part where you hold up a stream for 30 minutes to complain about random shit.
Yeah. Being
complain about Kratos not beating his child. Why the fuck did
Kratos play, bro? What the fuck do you mean I have to help people around me? Can I just give the BSA money and call it a day? I did pop off there for no reason.
But his reviews are very like. There's definitely like a potential for a future lolcow in the making if he gets made fun of enough by someone bigger. There's definitely like a.
I don't know if I'm really down with that kind of culture though. I think I'm pretty fundamentally against like farming people for shit.
Well, he's farming himself.
Yeah, but I still think if you recognize that he's farming himself, you have a responsibility not to farm him.
I ain't farming no one. I'm just watching.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of the thing with a lot of those people. Is like they do it to themselves so often. It's like
it doesn't matter to me. I find it to be exploitative because they can't help it. It's okay to do that. I'm not saying you're like a bad person or whatever. A lot of people do it. It's funny.
I love taking advantage of synthetic man. Woke game. Woke scene.
Man, some people have stupid ideas that need to be attacked. I'm not like arguing. But if it's just like lol counting for the purpose of like making fun of an autistic guy, it's like okay, well, this is fine. That's just me. Like the Christian thing is just way too much.
No, I mean that's just not funny anymore at all.
Christian was never really. Christian stopped being funny in like 2006.
Yeah, it was. That just got very dark very fast. There's not really much.
I mean, it's not being funny as soon as people started like pretending to be girls to fucking like get him to do shit, and then like basically.
Christianity at first was him going around in the real world with like no guidance from other people and just doing stupid shit, and you just sort of watch and said, "What a retard." It's like,
yeah, until people started like fucking with him and like ruining his like life with his parents and like.
Yeah, and that's one of those things is like people actually like taking
Way too
advantage
far.
of him. That's way too far. Like, and the thing I think is like I think there's like varying degrees of like being able to appreciate lolcows, and I think one of the big things is like. I think one of the things to ethically watching a lolcow is not to farm them, but to just let them kind of do their thing. Like, the whole thing with Jordy is Jordy fucking damages his own reputation.
Synthetic
Jordy's
Man's doing it to himself. He's responding to random things and arguing with...
And but when somebody like steals Jordy's PS4 account, or like when somebody like is actually like fucking with Jordy hardcore in a way where he actually produces less content, I think that's fucking... First of all, that's just despicable as a thing to do.
I just don't like. I'm sorry, it's just viewing people that are living their lives like that, even if they're doing it kind of on purpose for money, as content, just seems so like dystopian. That's like unreal. I'm sorry, I'm not like trying to make fun of you or anything. I'm saying you're wrong.
How dare you? Are you trying to farm me right now?
Are you? Am I your new lolcow, Jake? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, actually, you know what? Yeah,
I'm gonna be making YouTube
I think you're a
videos
little
with my
retard,
PlayStation Eye.
I think you sound like a fucking evil monster. I hope you die in a pit.
I wish
Well, I
Kratos...
probably will, but that's for
Kratos
later.
would come and beat you up, because he's not beating up Atreus at
You know
all.
what, Justice? I just remembered you were gay. I'm gonna tell all the fascists, bro.
Oh my god, no! Stop! I need
You
to
really triggered
ingratiate
me, bro.
myself. I need to ingratiate myself to crypto fascists.
Yeah,
Dude. Don't tell them
you
my
triggered
secret.
me, bro. I'm hetero passing. Okay.
Hetero
I might be a
passing.
bisexual, but I'm hetero passing. You are not. You're gone.
I'm also bisexual. I just need to get. I just need to pay a woman to be my fake girlfriend.
Yeah, there you go.
I just need Kratos to beat his son to feel
Yeah.
safe at night. Genuinely.
That's what I really needed to like this game, honestly.
He's right though, it's a woke game because Kratos doesn't beat the boy. He's like
Does that make you woke?
Yes, 100%. Every based person abuses the boy.
You're definitely right about this being like a thing with this guy's like child.
Yeah, there's something up with this guy.
100% like some sort of like he doesn't understand that like
I guess
talking
in order for
back
us
to an
pretend we're
authority
completely
figure doesn't
help us, we need to
immediately
help the
like
monkeys.
get a beating.
Oh well, let's help the rest of them. Yeah, there's just something psychological going on there. And like again, it's one of those things where it's like I think that like trying to troll him into doing shit by like fucking with him, I don't like that. I think first of all, again, I think that's
Good
wrong.
news is he does it to himself.
But I think it's fair to laugh at him fucking like just doing this dumb shit. Like I don't think there's any like if that's personally not for you, Jake, like that's fine. But I also don't think I don't think there's anything like ethically wrong with fucking like just getting some kind of like catharsis from seeing somebody show their ass like that. That's like a completely natural human thing to just enjoy seeing somebody show their ass.
And just because I find that personally like distasteful or not like something that's for me, or I might even think it's ethically wrong, doesn't mean I think like you're a bad person or I think less of you or anything like that. Like it's just.
I definitely would. I 100% agree with you when you say that like this method where people actually start fucking trolling a lolcow to fucking farm them for more or less by actually manipulating their life. I think that's fucking horrible.
It's that, but I think like the thing I'm trying to get at is it's not so much the practices in general. Like laughing at people being stupid is whatever. I'm not trying to say that it's like bad. What I'm saying is like the culture of lolcowing people and turning them into lolcows and like a gathering of people who look for people like lolcows is bad and weird to me. And I think it's exploitative. And I think that they definitely, like, that kind of culture existing encourages people to create lolcows. Absolutely.
Yeah, and again, that's my
like,
problem. And again, I agree with that. I think that's
there's not really much you can do when that exists as a whole, right? Like, because that's kind of like the whole point of culture. So, like, I guess that's kind of what I'm saying. I'm just saying at the core, I kind of disagree with, like, the idea of lol cowing people, but it's like I don't think you shouldn't be allowed to like laugh at people. I've watched the Chris documentaries, bro. I've done all this shit, right? Like I've watched it, I know about it.
Calling us ass off Nazis.
I've laughed
right
I've laughed about the crazy shit. It's not like
it's like
I don't think you're like ethically wrong. It's just the people that participate. I don't think it's just.
No, I agree. I think most people who participate in like the Kiwi Farms lolcow shit are not very good people. Yeah, they're not very good people. But I mean, it's like, but me and John personally, like we find that like watching certain people is like it can be funny. Like I think watching Jordy show his ass, and like the thing is, it's not hard to like ethically make fun of Jordy Jordan because the whole thing
is be a fucking asshole, right? Like,
yeah, because he's just an asshole. He just does it to himself because he's just kind of there, just acting like a shithead, and it doesn't like you literally just have to. He just has to not make enough money on a stream, and all of a sudden he flies off on a tangent. And like
even like Darkside Phil's another one, like GSP, bro. Like he does shit. Like you can say, GSP is a lol cow, but is he really though? Like, you know what I mean? It's just like shit like that. Like I don't think those guys are lol cows. I think people like Chris Chan or like Justin RPG.
Oh man, you know who Justin RPG is? That's fucking crazy. I thought we were the only humans in existence who knew about Justin RPG.
See, I'm clued in. I know. Like, I've been a part of the internet for a long fucking time.
This is news to me. When were you gonna tell us that you knew about the internet? What the fuck? So you know about how Kratos doesn't beat his son then, right? The controversial, the talk of the town nowadays. The talk of the town.
The hottest new topic.
I definitely think, like, again, for me, it's like, I draw the line at, like, taking advantage of somebody. I think that, I mean, for me, like...
I don't think you can argue, I don't think you can say that, like, if I'm defining a lol cow as someone like Christian or RPG, I don't think you can say they're not being taken advantage of.
Oh, they're 100% being taken advantage of. I think for me, Justin RPG, I derive most of the comedic value from him, not from, like, trying to poke and prod at him at all, just letting him make his music. I think his music's fucking hysterical.
Really, with that, I think it's a little different. I don't think they, like... I don't see Justin RPG being, like, targeted and harassed.
He just exists in his own bubble and, like, just puts things out, and people are what the fuck?
He just makes his music, and I think that's fucking hilarious. And, they're like... And I kind of love him. Like, I think he's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I'm in love with Justin RPG, actually.
No, you can't have him because Reshiram has him already.
Yeah.
I'm in love with Justin RPG, and I'm gonna kill Reshiram.
No, you can't do that.
He'll never be happy again if you do that.
Listen, John,
He'll be happy with me.
John, you're getting in the way of Pokemon love.
And if he isn't happy about that, I'm gonna do what Kratos should have done to his son.
Also, so Sloan, well, how was the new God of War Ragnarok woke? Apparently, the new God of War Ragnarok is woke.
Controversial because Kratos doesn't beat his son.
Yeah. According to some random guy who made a fucking hour-long God of War Ragnarok review, the problem is that Kratos doesn't beat his son. He doesn't beat Atreus, and that's very harrowing to this man that we're discussing.
It's just a weird point of view. Like, who wants to see Atreus get beaten? Like, what kind of fucking view is that, bro?
He seems to, and the entire review, he holds some, like, weird, like, seated hatred for the character.
I think he just doesn't like that Kratos doesn't, like, beat women and like, have a sex minigame anymore.
I think there's just like some weird thing where it's
I was expecting Kratos like hop off into the Norse and like create like the based Viking ethno state or something.
Yeah, I think it's 100%. It's 100% a childhood thing. It's 100% a childhood thing. This guy, like this dude, just must have gotten beat, and he just thinks that's like what proper parenting looks like.
Yeah, it's like weird, bro. Like I don't know.
Yeah, stop being such a fucking psycho. That's all I have to say to that.
Stop being a weirdo. Be normal.
You're interpreting too much from the game. You're the game. You're not understanding.
It's really not that complicated.
Dude, it's not that complicated.
You're thinking about it way
too much. Trying to raise his kid.
Yeah,
it's about it way too much.
Yeah, it's. Sloan, get the fuck out of here with that. He said, I was gonna say I thought Kratos should have slapped Atreus a few times. No! Just...
Yes, I'm glad we're all coming to the controversial opinion that Kratos needs to beat the shit out of his son.
Even, like the whole point is that Kratos is learning... The whole point is that Kratos is learning how to finally, treat like after losing his original family. Yeah, break the cycle of violence. After literally losing his original family, finally learning how to not like be fucking like a total war maxer anymore. How to not engage with violence anymore as
It's
his
not even
only
that.
tool
Like
of interaction.
one slap or two on his son is not the same as beating his son. It's not,
I
these
also
two are
don't
not
think. I
equivalent.
also don't think that would be okay though. I don't like unless like Atreus was like legitimately hysterical about something, and there's like a moment where he's like, snap out of it, son, and you gotta, give him like a little like.
I don't know, if I was being a little shithead, my parents would like slap me. That was
I mean, I guess, but still, it's like I don't know.
That's fine. It's just
I don't
like beating your son. Like, look, I've had the little slap in the face for being a little bullshitter at the store, but I've also had my ass beat over nothing.
know. Wait, I'm about to get the
There is a
belt.
difference.
Boy, I'm gonna get the belt.
Boy.
Yeah, I've had my ass beat because my dad was mad, and there is a very big difference between those two things. One teaches you respect, the other teaches you fear.
Yeah.
The other one teaches you how to control people and fight, and that's the only way you learn how to solve problems and like interact with people is through violence. It isn't like there is a big difference.
Yeah, I think under certain contexts where your kid's like being completely hysterical, I think like a small disciplinary slap works.
Like, it's okay. Like, you're not gonna kill it. Like, they need to learn that. Like, if you talk shit in real life, you get hit. You can't talk like that to everybody. You go up and do that shit in real life, bouncer might just fucking punch you in the face. You can't do that shit to everybody, bro. You gotta learn that when you're a kid.
Or if Kratos is near you, he might get real upset.
Yeah.
Kratos
And
might
even
beat you
Link,
like he beats
guess
his
what?
son.
He's lost 15 LP today.
Yeah, Kratos had a few bad league matches, so Atreus.
Atreus interrupted League of Legends. Oh my
No,
god!
no, John. Atreus interrupted Kratos while he was playing Elden Ring.
No, boy, I'm trying to be based and white-pilled in the game.
Atreus, listen to the main menu.
Oh, the
music
idea
Elden
of this
Ring.
like massive 7-foot man like with a little PlayStation controller trying to play the game.
Listen, Atreus, listen to the main menu music.
I don't tell Zeus and the other gods to fuck off. I'm gaming.
Well, no, it's the based and Norse pilled gods.
Tell Odin.
Did you see the guys?
Tell-
Did you guys see the theory that it was gonna be like Kratos as the
Beating
first trilogy
son.
of games, and the second trilogy of games was supposed to be like Tyr, and the third trilogy of games was supposed to be the fucking Mammon or whatever the fuck, and then or Manon or whatever the fuck, and then they were gonna all three come together at the end and end up being the three wise men that visited Jesus.
No way! Holy
What
shit!
the fuck? Why did they do this? What the hell?
Holy shit, dude, no fucking way. Think about how fucking sick that would have been.
Awesome.
Holy! Why didn't we do this?
This is horrible, dude.
Yeah, there's supposed to be like a second trilogy and then a third trilogy.
Time to meet our friend Jesus Christ.
We shall go meet the savior of man
It's
now.
supposed to be like them, like. I also find it to be a little like Christian, like way heavy, like the three of them come together to like basically be like, okay, Jesus is like the true one God that isn't okay with like war and suffering. Like that's just a fucking lie. Like what?
Well, I mean, Jesus.
It goes against the message of the entire, well, not Jesus, but in particular, but like Christianity. You know? Like you can't like say like Christianity isn't guilty of the same things that like.
I mean, Christianity's guilty, but
any
the
other
whole thing
religion.
was that Jesus detested war. Like saying,
But Jesus war maxed a little.
like saying,
Detest war, bro. What the fuck?
but again, there's a difference between the religion and Jesus. Jesus as an individual is very different from Christianity.
It's silly to me to have like the three like gods of war basically become the three wise men that come.
Listen, Kratos' actions weigh heavy on his soul. Okay.
Yeah. War maxing weighed heavy on the man's soul.
It just felt like I have an anti-Christianity bias because I grew up around like crazy church people that I dislike a lot.
Oh no, I mean, fair, totally fair. But
So when I see shit that's like, it's all good, like we come together and it's all love and peace, it's like, bro, like Christianity's committed some of the greatest atrocities.
yeah, the religion is responsible for it.
Let's
but
be a little bit more realistic.
I mean, also, I gotta be real. Like, my mom's pretty Christian, but like, I think, is a very good representative of like what that religion's actually supposed to be if people actually fucking did it right.
I try my best not to have like biases against Christian people because I know that I know what it's about, right? I've studied before religions. I know like it's all about compassion and like the Ten Commandments and like following and like, loving your neighbors. And at my surface level understanding of Christianity, I understand that it's not like pure evil, right? Like it's just a guideline on how to be a good person. And then people use it as a tool.
Yeah, people use it as a tool.
I understand that. It's just like when I see something like I just don't like seeing like hardcore like God is like super good. Like the messaging is like not that it's
very culty.
Like it becomes a message instead of being a message about anti-war, anti-violence. It's now a message that's pro-God and pro like Christianity. You know what I mean? Like it kind of like changes the message for me a little bit. It adds something in there that wasn't before. It used to be strictly about like redemption from the cycle of violence, and now it's like, well, now we're wrapped into a thing that's actually caused a lot of violence and pain to a lot of people. Like,
what if I'm pro-war maxing?
I just don't understand.
Well, I just love war maxing.
That's how I see it. It's just like the core of the story is like no violence, like become a better person and get over that shit. And then like at the end, after everything, you tie it into like a religion. That's though Jesus is not personally responsible, that has caused so much pain and suffering due to the same reasons they just like went through the 3 fucking games to stop that. You know, it's just a weird tie-in for me. Maybe they didn't need it. It would be. I tell you what, though, it would be hype as fuck when they roll up on Jesus and fucking.
No, they kill Jesus,
The final
they crucify
cutscene.
him, but then they all feel bad. Their sins weigh heavily upon their souls.
No. I'm talking about like the final cutscene of the last God of War game, where like the 3 heroes are like, you know, they become the 3 wise men and they're walking up to the manger with Jesus. Like that cutscene would be lit as fuck. It would be pretty cool, not gonna lie.
Well, what if Jesus was the God of War and he waged and he beat Atreus? Jesus comes out of nowhere and starts beating Atreus. Would we feel differently about the game then? Potentially? A controversial version of God of War where
Oh, did
Jesus
I kill this thing
beats
already?
Atreus.
In like 2 phases? Jesus. Okay.
Twilight, please.
I've got a controversial version of God.
This dungeon should have only taken me about 45 minutes, but it took twice as long because we were talking about Kratos beating Atreus for about 45 of those minutes.
I'm having a classic Half-Life 2 moment where the game checkpointed when I have 10 health, and now I just die whenever I hit anything.
Oh yeah, that's a very...
Half-Life 3 now.
That's a oh, by the way, I have a really good Black Mesa like weapon upgrade pack that I keep laying around that like makes the weapons way punchier sounding and kind of less like video gamey. Cause I hate how like weak like some like the basic Glock sounds and shit.
I was playing Black Mesa, but now I'm just playing Half-Life 2 because it honestly just feels better.
Oh, do you have MMod, by the way?
No.
MMod, I think, is like mandatory stuff for Half-Life 2 update at this point because it basically further improves a lot of the visuals with like vignettes and stuff, and it's completely customizable. You can was that?
Did I get achievements?
You get most of them. Some of them I wasn't quite getting when I ran MMod, but then I just opened up Half-Life 2 update to get the rest of them. But yeah, MMod's really good. It basically just.
Did they just have a release like recently?
MMod came out like 2020, I think.
No, did they just update it?
Oh, they might have. I don't know. Well done.
Okay,
That's what I was looking for.
That's
a fused shadow.
His wife.
It's what the light spirit called dark power. Do you remember what that spirit said? About how you had to match that power of the King of Shadows? Could it really be so easy? Is this all there is to it? There's a total of 3 fused shadows. I think the other light spirits have the rest. If you want to know exactly what fused shadows are, well, maybe I'll tell you if you find the other 2. I guess you better do your best to find them, huh? So let's not waste any more time here. when we could be looking for the other two. I'll get you out of here. You pick up the heart container that fell out of that thing. I think Link should beat Midna.
That would definitely be a lot better of a version of the game.
Hey, you fucking floating midget. Ugh.
Boy, I'm gonna beat you now.
That is some incredibly fucking I had a very troubled domestic life and I'm taking it out on the world vibes. Heroic Link.
Boy, I gotta beat you.
Do not think that Hyrule is now saved from the spread of Twilight. I didn't think that.
I thought it for a second.
Leave these woods and go to the east where you will find the land protected by the spirit Eldin. There you will find those you seek.
I haven't watched this video yet, but I'm reading the comments on that fucking God of War video.
Oh, the comments are great too.
What are some of the comments?
I think these newer entries of games have definitely been more about neutering Kratos. 2018's execution was a bit
Definitely.
more subtle, the writing was stronger, but ultimately it's the same. Ragnarok went full tilt 11 mode. It's crazy. Back in 2013, this guy's got a Joker Pro PFP, by the way.
Hell yeah.
Expressing their guilt about creating such an awesome character and deconstructing it. This is the trend in all beloved franchises, no matter what type of medium. This guy's lamenting. This is 8 days ago. Lamenting the loss of, like, beating your son media.
The man's lamenting the loss of a virtual character. The man is mourning. The man is mourning a virtual character's passing.
If you set foot beyond the curtain of Twilight, you will revert to your beast form, so be prepared. Hero chosen by the gods, leave these woods and go to the east, to the land of Eldin. That's better. Searching should be much easier now. But, of course, you feel the need to go help the other light spirits, don't you? Well, don't worry. When you turn into a beast again, I'll take good care of you. The first thing you need to do is to find the land covered in Twilight. Once you do, I'll help you out. See you later.
Synthetic soy man is the reason why developers.
Wait, what is that?
This guy putting him on blast. The comments. Feel the need to tell us why. He's basically saying that synthetic soy man is the reason why directors have to literally spell everything out, because if they don't, they'll think everything's hypocrisy and bad writing, and they'll just be bad faith as fuck.
I mean, don't forget, like, some fighting game devs were looking to Darkside Phil as their inspiration for their lowest common denominator player.
That's what you should do, so Darkside Phil can play your game and give you money.
A person who literally probably has, like, some fucking neuromuscular deficiency. Like, actually, like, has a literal brain problem.
I like how a lot of these comments is like, the boy's more annoying.
Why is the child annoying?
Why is the child in the game? Like, it's not supposed to be God of War 1, bro.
Why is Kratos not abandoning the child? And,
where's my abandon my daughter?
Why does Kratos love this son? I wish he was like my dad and was extremely emotionally unavailable.
Why does Kratos not beat the boy at all?
Alright, I got M mod.
Yeah,
Can I just install it and like replay my save? Let's play a new game.
I don't know. I've never tried to copy an old save with Mmod.
Why I gotta do it to you, sorry.
Oh shit, I have to install all of the fucking Half-Life games? Fuck.
No, you don't have to install all of them. You can do it on a per game basis. You just install the base Mmod file, and then you use a
fucking version of this for Minerva? That's cool.
They basically have a base Mmod file, and then they have a file pack for each Half-Life version of Half-Life.
Oh, you know what we should do? We should play fucking Sven co-op.
That'd be fun.
Link, you've come back to us? Have you heard? The children. Those poor children, they were taken by monsters. I've forgotten how quiet the village is without them.
Have you heard a man named Kratos beat all the children in the village?
Yeah, I was gonna say, why aren't all the adults in this village beating all of the children?
Boy, I could have beat all the children in the village. But Dad, you don't need to live. Shut the fuck up.
Oh, so I guess Justin Soilin's fucking game about his
Yeah,
fucking
it
weapons
came
came
out.
out.
The game, I guess the game is like what any common person suspected. The game does literally not shut up.
Yeah, it's just fucking guns, just fucking chatting your ear off.
What a terrible.
A terrible
Hey.
idea. Link. Oh, at last, a pleasant surprise. You're safe, at least. Hello, Russell. Silence this village. Does it not chill you as it does me? While you were gone, we were set upon by evil creatures. I suppose you've already heard, but the children in Port Ilia, they were taken. We're all worried that perhaps you'd been taken as well. But I'm sorry. As much as I'd like to give these tidings to my husband, he's just fallen asleep. But it's truly a fine thing to see you return. I'm sure everyone would be pleased to see you if you were to stop in and say hello. Oh, that sword. The evil creature stole it from Russell, but you got it back? How wonderful. I know it's in safe hands, and you need it now, yes? Please keep using it. Well, Link, I hope you'll return again to show me your shining face. It does my heart good to see you well. Shut the fuck up. I hope the first thing Russell does when he wakes up is he beats you. We're just talking about fucking...
You okay, bro?
Link, have you seen the girl I gotta beat?
Hey, yo!
Yo, we're just beating everybody.
This has actually been a 2-hour stream about hating woke video games.
Yeah.
Again.
Well, the big problem is that Legend of Zelda is inherently woke because it should be called The Legend of Link, bro. Come on.
Bruh.
I can't believe it. Cancel culture strikes again.
So once I put these in the source mods folder, do I just have to do anything but like restart Steam and start the game?
You just restart Steam, start the game, and then you just adjust the game to your liking. There's different styles of recoil bloom. You can set it to classic HL2, or you can set some different custom curves.
Are all the settings in game, or do I have to do like a fucking?
They're all in game.
file?
They're all in game. It's 100%. It's its own menu. There's
it's double
MMod
shit.
has its own menus both for visuals and gameplay elements.
Did you change the UI?
You can't change the UI that much, but I mean it's basically.
I was wondering if it did change like the UI at all.
A little, not very much though. They also add it, make it so that Half-Life 2 Sprint is more like episodic sprint, so Flashlight and Sprint are tied to separate meters.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, no, MMod I think I say to most people is just kind of like mandatory because it makes the guns much punchier and feel much better. It just improves the game tremendously and by most metrics.
You say there was a mod like that for Black Mesa as well?
No, I just have one that makes the weapons feel better and punchier.
Okay.
But Black Mesa, I think, is a lot just fine as it is, really. In terms
Yeah, it
of
looks
overall.
pretty good. I was looking at like screenshots and shit of the Zen areas, and later in the game they look really fucking good. Really good.
There you go. We got a bottle of oil now.
Hey, Pog.
Wasn't able to afford the bottle at first. The bottle's always important. You gotta get the bottle. More bottles is better, because that means more fucking fairies you can imprison and enslave to keep you alive for the end game.
Yo?
God, I love this fucking overworld music.
This is taking
God.
me back, bro.
Yeah, no, that
This game
oboe.
was, like-
That oboe is so fucking...
Fucking hell. I thought about trying to play upscale Breath of the Wild on my computer. I don't even need to. I have it on my Switch.
We are rolling at maximum velocity. Skirt. Skirt, skirt.
Oh, it has to be on my game. Has to be on the C drive. It has to be in the same drive as my installation.
Yeah, but Mmod's got yeah, well, it just needs to be wherever your Steam root folder is.
Yeah.
Yeah, but M-Mod's super customizable. You can give the enemies better aim in case you want to use the more... there is like sort of like an ADS function in M-Mod. There's even a side mod to make it more like true ADS, so you actually aim down your weapon sights. I don't like to use that because I feel like Half-Life 2 is arcadey enough that I just prefer to use...
Yeah, I like the feeling of Half-Life 2. It's very like...
Yeah, but you can just completely ignore that and adjust the game's difficulty and rule set to be
I like
more...
that because Half-Life 2 is really fucking easy. That's really cool. I'm excited to play this now. Holy shit.
Yeah, I will spread the message of M-Mod to whoever will listen, because it's a very valuable thing, honestly.
I feel like maybe I tried it a long time. How long has this been around?
Just a couple of years. M-Mod's not that old.
Maybe not. When did Half-Life 2 update come out?
Half-Life 2 update was like 2017.
What did they even change?
An update?
Yeah.
Just vignettes, light shafts, texture upscales. It's just modernizing the visuals, but M-Mod proper modernizes the game. I think just honestly the best way to experience Half-Life 2 is M-Mod on Half-Life 2 update. And like I said, the visuals are totally customizable. Like they add some stuff that I'm not a big fan of, like view bob and view roll and like some weird textured thing where like there's fog around Gordon's glasses and like
Ooh, I don't know if I like that.
yeah, I don't like that, but you can turn it off. You can turn it off.
Maybe I do though, because I wear glasses, so that's normal for me.
Now see, but I wear glasses and for me it's like that's something your brain tunes out.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. Because it really is something that, like, as soon as it happens, I take my fucking glasses off and clean them.
Well, they do have one thing where it's like, well, the splash effect is different from like, there's like this little post-processing thing where there's like the crust around his glasses, which is not something anybody who actually wears glasses sees.
No, yeah, no, okay.
Yeah, like my glasses are crusty as fuck around the edges.
Yeah, but even
your
then,
brain
like
tunes that out.
Yeah, it blends into your vision.
But
sometimes I look at my glasses and I'm like, is that hurting my eyes?
but they have another thing. They have another visual effect there where there's like blobbing from like water splashes and like blood and stuff. That I keep because that's a nice addition.
Okay. That's neat.
So they break that into two things.
That's nice, at least.
Oh, this guy.
Mr. Mailman.
Go no further. Go no further. There's a black wall ahead that blocks the way. Thought I'd deliver a few letters, but it seems impossible. I'm the honorable and dependable letter carrier known as to some as the postman. Anyways, done with this stupid fucking voice. Now that I've introduced myself, please take this letter and read it at your leisure. To read a letter, tutorial. You can do that to read any letters you receive. Do it whenever you see fit. Well, my business is concluded. Onward to mail. Bro, there's like 10 other people that you have access to right now. How much mail do you really need to deliver? If I have a letter for you, I'll approach you at high speed. Please do not flee. Yeah, I just recommend playing around with M-Mod settings until you see find out what works for you. But yeah, I love M-Mod because it just lets you really tailor the HL2 experience to be a little bit more difficult, but also just more interesting in general because of all the the little features it adds. Hey, it was much closer than I thought. You remember, right? You know what this is? If you set foot in there, you might be a wolf again for quite some time. For at least as long as it takes for you to save the light of Eldon from the Twilight anyways. So we go try to see the light spirit of Eldon? God, this game looks so fucking good. This game has such a strong art style.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll be right back.
Yeah. Say that.
Could not talk about Ukraine, boy. Boy, you're based in Cockfield. Oh, my boy is a beta male.
Oh, you're getting sucked into fur affinity right now.
I was literally telling John about like last time I streamed this. Like, I said to him like, you have no idea how many people realized they were fucking down bad for furries because of this fucking transformation Link has.
How many fetishes were unlocked in that cutscene right there?
Yeah.
Full amount.
And also Midna's fucking like weird dommy mommy thing going on.
Yeah, let's not go there.
Yeah, like this game was just like some weird fucking fetish unlocker for so many people.
Yeah.
Like this dialogue right here where she says, "That's a good boy. Now you need to listen to what I say from now on." You have no idea how many people just said to themselves, "Oh God, yes."
Right there.
Ah, look how lovely. The black clouds of Twilight are so fetching today. I feel so much more at ease here. And you look so much better like this than in those dusty old clothes anyways. So let's get going. This game made some people realize they were fucking down bad, dude.
Yeah, give me that draw distance. Hell yeah.
Being sent to the fur affinity zone. It's a search for the most hideous children ever. See,
Wait,
isn't
I can
being
add
more
projectile
convenient?
bullets instead of hit scan bullets? That's
It fucking
sick.
sucks. It completely ruins your shotgun.
Oh, okay.
Don't do it.
Okay.
Don't do it.
Alright. I was
It
gonna say, that
literally-
sounded really cool.
It sounds really cool, and I tried it for a while. It turns your shotgun into a fucking pea shooter for some reason.
Aww.
I hate it. I know. Maybe they'll improve it at some point, but yeah, it in its current state, it ruins the damage profiles of some of the guns for some reason.
Oh, you can change the weapon spread? Oh.
Yeah, that's part of that whole thing. Is you can change the spread profile. So if you like set the game to have more accurate enemies, to have more difficult firefights, you can also set yourself to be more accurate as well. Depending on like if you're crouching or you'll have the spread scale up over time. The more you shoot, there's all kinds of like basically like accuracy curves that you can set for the game.
Oh yeah, okay, it does not have my same save games.
What's this? That's strange. The bridge is going.
Oh, it still has my chapters unlocked though. Okay.
Though I think the curve that I like to use the most is the one between Vanilla and M-Mod. It's like Vanilla Plus, I think it's called, or something like that.
Oh, yeah, I see what you mean about that glasses shit now.
Yeah, it's not very good. But the one that like adds like splashes onto your vision and stuff like that, I think that one's good. I wonder if this is the work of
the default M-Mod one. I'll try it out for a little bit and change it.
Yeah.
Like it.
Yeah, but I don't use like the ADS function, and for what it's worth, the game works perfectly fine without using
No,
the
I
ADS
didn't
function.
plan on it.
Yeah, don't do it.
It would feel weird to play Half-Life 2 with aim down sights.
I wonder if these
Right-click
creatures-
to shoot grenades out of your SMG, not aim down the sights. It's weird.
I wonder if this is the work of these shadow creatures. Ugh, what a pain.
Oh, lens dirt. There it is. Yeah, turn that shit off.
Yeah, turn the lens dirt off. Looks fucking terrible.
This is what people without glasses think people with glasses see.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like nobody who actually wears glasses, like anybody who actually wears glasses knows this is not what looking through glasses
I
looks
got a
like.
stun stick. You get a stun stick?
Oh yeah, you can get the stun stick.
Sick.
Oh well, let's look out for it. You get your map out. How a dog pulls a map out, I don't know. Maybe with his little dog hands. The yellow arrow mark where we are. You knew that, right? Whenever you destroy these creatures, you get a portal. You hear me? It's called a portal. You better remember that. Ah, jeez. Eating some peanuts and they're fucking killing me for some reason. These peanuts have turned into a deadly poison. See, I told you, we're here. You know, most people can't leave the Twilight that easy. You better be grateful. It's your job to look for the bridge. Look hard. It's my brother in Christ. It's right there. Wow, it's perfect, don't you think? What do you think? Should we take it? Yes. And then she calls you a good little obedient wolf, and once again, some motherfuckers were down bad.
Oh, fuck.
You know, I have a big appreciation for M-Mod. I like it very much.
Yeah, I'm playing with it right now. Feels pretty fucking good.
The best part is that it's just...
fire effects look way better.
The best part is that it's fully customizable, so you can make it as close to vanilla Half-Life 2 as you want, or as far from vanilla Half-Life 2 as you want.
Yeah, I'm digging it a lot.
And the guns feel very good. They make them very loud and punchy, and they all feel nice. Sometimes I'll use the pistol when I'm playing NMod just so I can use the pistol, because the pistol feels and sounds really good. See? Just as I thought. So, isn't the power of Twilight amazing? Call me if you need the power again. Should help you find what you're looking for, don't you think? Alright, let's keep going. Huh. What are they doing there? This is a pretty elaborate gate. What are they trying to keep in? Or out? I bet it'll be worth our while to dig in. Forgot how fucking weird this village was. To the hero who is transformed into a blue-eyed beast in the realm of shadows in Twilight. This way. I am a spirit of light, hero chosen by the gods. Look for my light. Gather the light stolen by the shadows into this. And then we get the vein. There we go. Ripes, I don't see those black brutes anywhere. You can't say that. Everybody's saying some crazy shit in fucking Zelda today.
Yeah, Jesus fuck. Based.
They gotta be hiding somewhere.
They can't say that, bro.
You can't say that. Waiting for their helpless little prey to come out. Then they'll feast. We are safe as long as we remain in here, child. Be at ease. Oh yeah? I wonder if the monsters out there agree with you. They sure didn't seem impressed by my bombs. How long do you think we can hold this sanctuary against beasts that strong, huh? Once they attack, it's over. Remember the lady from the general store? Just one of those things attacked her and a whole gang from town went to save her. And what happened? She was already gone, and then there were 2 monsters waiting. You connect the dots, that means that if we get attacked by them, then we'll be... Barnes. Look, Renato, all I mean to say is that it's risky here too. Ain't you got some place we can hide? There's a cellar. What? You got a cellar? Where's the entrance, man? The entrance to the cellar is designed to open when all the candles have been lit. I would not do that. When Father instructed me to secure the cellar, I saw insects like the beast outside. Don't cry, Beth. It'll all be okay. No, it won't. Fuck you. Link is coming to save us all.
Huh? Oh?
I can feel it. Well, you know what? I'd say facts don't care about your feelings, kid.
Ooh.
Let's say, hypothetically, I turned into a dog. These kids knew you'd come save them. What a hero. How sad to be right in front of someone and not be noticed at all. You're chosen by the gods, and only that keeps you from turning into a spirit, or worse, into a monster when you enter Twilight. And no one knows what you've done. You may be doomed to toil in obscurity forever. You're the type to worry about everything, I can tell. But don't fret over Princess Zelda. She chose this state of affairs after all. Anyway, what's that about having to light candles to get to the basement? Not very subtle, is it? So, what are you gonna do now? I don't know. I don't want to throw it.
Ask Minna to show you her feet.
Midna, feet, please. I'll use my fucking super doggy senses to fucking sniff them and follow the scent trail. I'll be like this, and then I smell it.
Whoa, he's just got that dump truck out there, dude.
Yo, you can't be that caked up, dude.
Look at that shit, bro.
Yo, my man's throwing it fucking back. He's throwing it back. I don't know who this Link fella is, but I gotta say, I ain't really confident he's gonna come save this village. Yo, my man is throwing it back right now. What sorcery is this? The entrance to the cellar opening on its own? Could the beasts have engineered even this?
Do not speak of jungling strategies, boy. You know not of the jungle.
Blue buff? Boy.
Boy, wrong. You chose the wrong buff, boy.
You never even played AD Shyvana.
I bet you don't even know what to get Grump for Christmas, boy.
Looks like you can climb the scaffolding.
Dragon is up. Where are my men?
Dragging these nuts.
You failed to ward your lane, boy. I have been ganked.
No wards on Baron.
Baron has been usurped from our grasp again, boy.
Damn it. Kratos loses one more LP.
Oh man.
I'm in
This is
the
gonna
demotion zone. If I lose this one, your ass is gone.
What if I'm off meta this season?
Boy, if I drop from... Boy, if I drop from...
Boy,
Gold
you
one-
get your strategies from a website. Shut the fuck up.
What?
Shut
I-
the fuck.
I have to check their stats on op.gg.
I'm trying to game.
Before we get into the game, boy, I need you to look up all their stats on op.gg.
Let's see what we're going up against. A little bit of research.
Yeah, this is a casual game.
Shut the fuck up.
No such thing, boy. No
There is
such-
no such thing as casual in the field of battle. I've got a game. Then I've got to meet Jesus later.
Then I've got to become one of the three wise men and meet Jesus.
To Jesus. Shut the
Wow, I can't
Why?
believe they didn't have him meet Jesus. That's such a fucking betrayal. That's heartbreaking.
Honestly.
Imagine how controversial of an ending that would be. Like, just on your
I
screen,
know.
you see Kratos, you see the fucking Kratos, like some like 2022 like realistic looking graphics, like meet the baby Jesus in the manger, and it's like, what the fuck happened?
You know, ironically, I think the more controversial part of that situation wouldn't be the God of War meeting Jesus. It'd probably be Jesus being depicted as not white.
Yeah. And Kratos. Dude, you know what'd be like I was reading this thing about it, that theory, and it was like one of the guys was like, "Oh, bro, the best part would be when Jesus or Kratos touches Jesus in the cradle and it fucking makes the ashes go off his skin." And he's forgiven for all of his sins, but then people be mad because he's not white anymore.
Oh my god. Kratos turns instant black, like deep black. Kratos looks like Mr. Popo.
Yeah, he's like fucking actually jet black.
What the fuck is this?
What do you mean he's Greek? I thought he was white.
And Jesus. Sloan just said that he and Jesus are also gonna watch Polar Express.
What a scary fucking movie.
Yeah, I never really had that Uncanny Valley problem with that movie. Like, oh,
I haven't seen Polar Express in so long.
Polar Express makes me want to commit the war crimes of my generation.
I mean, John, you want to commit war crimes anyways. There's nothing new there.
That's based.
Don't,
Gotta say.
don't interrupt me when I'm in Jungle Boy. Daddy's trying to lift.
It's the pick ban phase. Nobody bans in Zhao. I'm going to play him this game.
It's funny how top lane is like usually abandoned by the entire team, but like top laners are like so important, but like top laners never really get much help sometimes.
What is it with top laners and dating 15-year-olds?
I don't know. But like, if the enemy top laner gets fed, you're kind of just fucked because they were probably picking an asshole to pick.
God, I'm so glad I quit playing League of Legends.
Me too.
Yeah, I considered going back to it for a while, but I get that fix from just doing like 5-minute games of Crystal Conflict in fucking FF14 PvP, and I'm just as happy with that.
Out of all the games I've had that feeling for, it's been fucking Dota 2 for me. I've been wanting to play Dota 2 recently for some fucking reason. I don't know why I hate Dota. It does make the SMG feel a lot better for sure. mod.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think mod just makes most of the weapons feel better.
I'm feeling that so far.
IMHO personally. Also, they add a fucking carry strap to the shotgun, and it actually dangles when you wave it around. That's something I always love to see on my guns, is realistic sling physics. I'm just slanging it, you know? Please ban Nidalee. She's going to make my farming phase really hard. Yeah, I still, the funny thing is that even though I'm pretty much done with League of Legends, I'll sometimes still just either watch Tyler 1 or I'll watch Exil's videos, like, covering, like, certain League topics. But it's like, I'm probably never gonna touch that game again. But for some reason, I'm just still compelled to, like, see things about it.
He's fucking hooked, bro.
Yo, I'm got fucking gacked out. I'm fucking high on League right now, dude.
My mans needs help.
Fucking bad game. Jeez. I haven't done Crystal Conflict in a few days. I should get back down to it.
I haven't done in a while either. We could do FF shit if you guys want to in a little bit.
I might just end up going to bed after I call this stream. I do have.
Yeah, fair enough.
I do have to go see the Nutcracker tomorrow. I have a day out with my family, and we're gonna go see some. Go to the theater.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, it'll be nice. Yeah, there's like nothing in here. How the hell do I get out of this place again? Oh, here we go. God, it's been so long since I played this game. I'm forgetting really basic shit. I think after we cleanse the town, we're gonna die. Oh, man, I'm getting tired already. Jesus.
Man, it's pretty late. It's like midnight.
Boy, it is not midnight. I'm beating you now.
Fuck was that guy's? What was Kratos' problem? There's literally instead of a sexing a girl minigame, it's a beat your son minigame. What the fuck?
I don't know, bro.
The weird evolution of the God of War series from sexing the girls to just beating your child. It's so weird.
He's just curious, bro. He's just asking questions.
Asking questions no one else will ask.
Like, why are the woke moralists destroying God of War?
Oh,
Are you watching his? Are you watching his fucking video? Because that's literally like
No.
beat for beat.
I'm playing Half-Life right now.
oh yeah, so that's something else I'm gonna stream at some point. Half-Life 2 VR.
Oh yeah, that'd be dope.
You can see me completely behave like a child in VR.
VR is dumb and overrated, and you're basically paying for an early access beta. How's Half-Life Alyx? No, I heard it was really cool.
It's very good, is what I say. It's a very good video game that I like very much.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool, dude. Honestly.
Huh? What did you do? Sorry, but as romantic as this is, I'm not gonna stay here with you. I'm getting out. No food or movies! I'm out of here! Am I ever gonna play Into the Radius again? I've been meaning to. It's just that space is so small in my room, and setting up the index in my room is just setting up the index in general, but especially in my room. Setting up the index in general is a huge pain in the ass, but especially in my room, it can just be a little bit of a hassle. I do want to play more Into the Radius, but one of the big things is I want to make it so it's more convenient to set up my VR whenever I just want to use it. But we will get back to Into the Radius, because I know that my VR, just judging by the metrics, I actually do some numbers on my VR stream, so I would like that, because I have fun with it, and it seems to actually be decently popular. I don't suppose there's any nicer way to hunt these things, huh? Well, you had to sacrifice someone's house to find Tears of Light, but that's how the cookie crumbles, right? Only thing that was somebody's house, I think that's just fucking warehouse, I think that's for storage. I mean, I guess that's technically someone's house, in the same way that a shed is somebody's house. But yeah, no, I do want to get around to doing more VR streams. It's just that the index is just tremendously inconvenient compared to something like the Quest.
B.
Looks like the path's impassable, but I can get you up there if you want to go. They have big rock nipples. It's fucking weird. Ugh, why do I have to stay in guard? The ladder's destroyed, so it's not like any humans will come up. And what is with the elders? We have a problem with the If we have a problem that humans can help with, we should ask. It's better than suffering for the sake of pride.
Alright, fellas, I'm gonna hop out for now.
Yeah.
Alright, have a good night, man.
Alright, have fun, guys. See you later.
Peace. Jesus, this thing's just fucking running away. The fun fact: all of these little like whistling stones are classic Zelda songs. Song of healing from Majora's Mask. Nice little homage to some classic Zeldas. Let teachings of old pass to you. Take sword in hand and find me. Death Mountain. You know, we should go climbing this. We should climb Death Mountain. I think that's a great idea.
Trapped.
Nap time. And over.
Kratos start to beat his kid.
I can't believe that just got us going off on like a fucking 45-minute ass political rant.
Hell yeah. That's the sort of.
Why do I have to stand guard at a dead end at the bottom of a cliff like this? Wait a second, have they tucked me out of the way because they think I'm useless? Nah. Ah, another funeral. And once again, it's the worst place possible. Suppose this path is impassable now. Vessel of Light has been filled. Now we're a normal human again. Who has normal human sex. And not weird fur affinity sex. Not sex, by the way. Oh, I was just starting to have fun. Don't forget about that few shadow. See you later. My name is Elder. I am one of the light spirits of Hyrule. I am the spirit that guards these lands. O great hero chosen by the gods. The dark power you seek lies in the sacred grounds of the proud mountain dwellers. But already those grounds have been defiled, draped in shadow and seeded with evil. You must go to those sacred grounds and cleanse them. Hello, child. Oop. Oh, there, the widescreen is exposing some cutscene trickery. Whoops. See, Beth, I told you Link would save us. You are the one from Ordon whom these children spoke of. We are well met. I am Renato, shaman of this town. And this is my daughter, Luda. The beast took us and left us to die, but Mr. Renato found us. At first I couldn't believe they'd come from so distant a place as the Ordona province. Yeah, we don't remember much. All of a sudden everyone was captured, and then, until now, it's been like a nightmare. The baby said it. Yeah, it was like a terrible dream and we couldn't wake up. Nightmares are everywhere these days, it seems. This village has certainly seen its share of recent hardships. The Dark Beast attacked, but even worse was the sudden and inexplicable change in the mountain-dwelling Goron tribe. They had long been our friends, but suddenly treated us as foes. Even now, they refuse to permit us entry into their minds. It strains the limits of belief to think that such a gentle and proud tribe could change so suddenly. It makes me wonder if something in those minds is the cause of this change. In any case, you must take these children and flee this village before more nightmares descend. I, of course, cannot leave my village in such a time. There's no telling what may happen to us here. But it is my job to try to coax the Gorons back from their recent change of heart. I do not know what is in the Goron minds, but surely they will soon come to understand it, and right what is wrong. Do not concern yourself with me, my son. You must flee this place as quickly as possible. I don't want to leave all these people just to save ourselves. Come on, Link, can't you do something? Alright, well, we'll get started on that whole portion of the game next time. I'm fucking tired. We'll do more tomorrow. Alright. Well, that was another stream. Good night.